list alert, tier list alert, new tier list.
Something stupid, I'm sure.
Hey guys, happy football season. Glad that shipwreck is finally over, huh? Did you guys watch the Super Bowl this year? No? I don't blame you. For all you scallywags that missed out on those commercials, I ranked every single one. And I have credibility because it's my major. I counted 66 ads this Super Bowl. As much as I would like to show all of them, viewer retention would drop off after like 64. So instead, I'm going to highlight the best, the worst, and the mid. Starting with the number 66 bottom of the draft pick. It's Temu. This ad looks like those crappy bootleg Pixar movies, has an annoying song to go along with it, and was played 3 times. That coverage cost them $21 million. Not to mention this app is notorious for scams and risk of malware? What? Avoid this one at all costs if possible. 65 is the Jesus Feet ad. If you think this belongs anywhere else on the list, get your sensitive ass out of here. This ain't Catholic school no more, bitch. A slideshow of AI-generated images of people washing feet. Ew. Why is a church spending millions of dollars on this? Can't they use the $14 million on their 2 ads that actually help people? And a very merry hallelujah to all you foot fetishists out there. Alright, next we got the Copilot ad. They say I will never open my own business, so I let AI do it for me. How stupid can you be, Microsoft? I'm probably AI's biggest hater, to be honest, so all the AI ads piss me off extra hard. And the uses that they demonstrate for AI in this ad are stupid and they're dumb. Disregarding the product itself though, this ad just doesn't have the sauce to be a Super Bowl ad. None of the ads in the worst tier have the sauce. Like this next one for Bass Pro Shops. They attempt to tell a story with the founder and how it brings families together, but it also looks like it was cobbled together like an hour before it aired. These graphics don't enlist feelings of family, it enlists feelings of laziness. My genuine first thought was I thought I was watching daytime television. Do better, Bass Pro Shops. Next up is the Scientology ad. This ad begs the question, what is Scientology? Well, they don't actually answer it in the ad. My favorite thing about Scientology is the Wikipedia article dedicated to all the controversies. Controversies for the church's aggressive attitude in dealing with its perceived enemies and critics. Stupid contacts.
Oh, there it is. I better go wash it off.
So those ads were some of the worst of this year. These picks overall lacked the sauce, or were just lazy ads that made me honestly less inclined to actually buy their product. The next category though of the mid ads. They had a lot of potential, but they just couldn't pull it off for a couple of reasons. Leading off the mid tier is the Pringles ad. Last year they were one of the best. It brought you through a man's life as he got his hand stuck in a Pringles can. It was really funny, and the absurdity of the concept just kept getting ramped up. I thought the one this year had so much potential. I like the concept of Chris Pratt as the Pringles guy. Super Bowl ads should be headlined by celebrities, but they couldn't pull it off. There was one good gag of the Face ID, and the rest was too safe. Another mid ad with lost potential is Popeyes. Commercial itself isn't all that funny, honestly, and I think having a celebrity star in it really took away from the ad. I don't believe Ken Jeong has been frozen since 1972 because he's Ken Jeong. And the music choice?
Here we go.
Really? You could have kept it with anything from like the 70s and it would have turned out better. This next ad comes from Oreo. I wanted to highlight this ad in particular because they had a campaign idea. Someone came to them with a new big idea, and that big idea sucked balls. The whole gist is that they're trying to push twisting an Oreo to a coin flip. Don't get me wrong, the production budget on this one is insane. It checks off all the boxes of being a Super Bowl commercial, but it lacks substance maybe? I don't think anyone's going to twist their Oreos. The idea is not terrible, it could be used for social media, but for the Super Bowl, nah. So there's a lot of mid ads this year, but one that really screwed it up this year was M&M's. I feel like their advertising was really crappy recently. Last year they replaced the candies with Maya Rudolph and clam flavored M&M's, but I promise you only 5 people remember that. Their execution has always been kind of poor recently. This year for the ad though, they spend too much time waffling about on a joke that isn't funny or really related to M&M's at all, or even the candy people. As for the candies themselves, they might as well not even come back. They can literally be replaced by regular people. You have silly, iconic characters that have been around for decades. Why not use them? I swear to God, I'm the only person that cares about M&M's advertising because the people that make the commercials clearly don't. And now rounding out the mid-tier, we have the Discover ad with Jennifer Coolidge. Their entire budget for this commercial went directly to airing it for the Super Bowl. What better way to spend $9 million than by saying we don't care? This ad is just the definition of mid, puts me to sleep, boring, and I'm sick of talking about the mid ads. Let's look at the good ones. Starting with Despicable Me 4. Instead of showing a trailer of the new movie, it instead compares people that use AI to Minions. It's genius. I really like this one because it puts the stupid Jesus Feet ad and the Microsoft one to shame. This next one from Coors Light, it's good and it's relatable. It's stupid, it's funny, it's incoherent, and it is the most by the book Super Bowl ad you can get. They even check off the celebrity cameo at the end. It should honestly be the standard of how you do a Super Bowl ad. Unlike something like Oreo, they're not pushing a stupid gimmick, but they're still spending a $1 million. Up next, with the king of insurance ads themselves, we got State Farm. Even without Danny DeVito and Arnold, Jake from State Farm, like, bro, literally just himself, he's an A-list celebrity status.
That's not Drake, that's Jake.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
Like a good neighbor.
hey.
Say it.
State Farm is there.
Overall, they got the massive budget, the funny gimmick, and it's actually relevant to the brand with the like a good neighbor. Unlike M&M's, why is it so hard to make an ad relevant to your brand? It is ridiculous. Highlighting some other good ones. Doritos this year, they always do something cool, they do something unique. This time for their Dinamita thing. It's cool. It's whatever. Buy the books, checks off all the boxes. It's good. It's good. Bud Light, they don't got the Bud Night, but they got the Bud Genie, which is not a good replacement at all, but that's still good. It's okay. And rounding out the good ones, all the ones that check all the boxes, is Mountain Dew. Huge callback to Parks and Rec. If you like Parks and Rec, you're gonna like this one. They spent a lot of money on this ad. It shows. It's entertaining. Not bad. But I hear you. I know what you're telling me. I'm sick of the par for the course. I want to see the good ones. So up next, we got the top 5 ranked best ads of the Super Bowl. Starting at number 5, we got the Kawasaki mullet ad. If you drive a Kawasaki, you are gonna get a mullet and look really hot and manly. This is a man's ad, baby, all right? This ain't your grandma's ad. The turtle gets a mullet. The eagle gets a mullet. And of course, the grizzly bear gets a mullet. This is cinema. Coming at number 4, we got Reese's. It is the funniest ad of the entire Super Bowl. You gotta watch this one like 5 times, focus on a different person each time. It's got grandma going through the table. It doesn't get much better than that. And it actually promotes and highlights a new product. You would be surprised at how few commercials actually promote a product. At number 3, we got the NFL ad for the International Player Pathway Program, or the PPP for short. This one came on right after halftime, and it's a 2-minute and 30-seconder. It tells the story of a boy in Ghana who wants to grow up and play football. It just tells a cute little heartfelt story. It's got a beginning, it's got a middle, it's got a concise ending. They use all their time wisely, and it's just a little story. It's a good one that's worth highlighting. It's a lot better than half the schlock this year. And at number 2, should be no surprise to no one, we got Paramount Plus. This is probably the best running campaign in recent memory. It's been going on now every single Super Bowl since Paramount Plus started. This year was the one where Patrick Stewart had to throw Hey Arnold up the mountain.
You can't throw a child at a wall.
Lattimore, shut your face.
Every single joke lands. The full version is so funny, and Knuckles is there. What more could you ask for? Honestly, if this were the first iteration of this campaign, oh, baby, yeah. It would be number 1. No questions asked. But I had to give number 1 to an original concept. And the company deserving of this prestigious title goes to Dunkin'. Their ad this year had a hilarious concept with Touchdown Tommy on the keys, Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, the absolute heat when they were cooking this ad, the self-awareness. It's all beautiful. It doesn't use an insane budget with massive CGI. It's simple, it's clean, and most of all, it's charming. The best part too is that they capitalized on this with the Dunk Kings lineup at Dunkin'. They launched a lineup of limited products, including the Munchkin Skewer from the commercial and drinks related to Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. So few companies actually launch products based on their commercials. It actually blows my mind. All of that resulted in massive success for Dunkin' and propelled them to be the Dunk King of the Super Bowl. Thank you. And finally, good night, corporate America.